Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Day in History, our nightly look back at a specific day in history, where we take a look back at the events of the day, the historical context, and the historical consequences of what took place. As always, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell notification icon to be alerted anytime I post new content, and tell a friend. And without any further ado, this day in history, February 15th. And on this day in 1903, the first teddy bear goes on sale. On February 15th, 1903, toy store owner and inventor Morris Mitchum placed two stuffed bears in his shop window, advertising them as teddy bears. Mitchum had earlier petitioned President Roosevelt for permission to use his nickname Teddy. The president agreed, and before long, other toy manufacturers began turning out copies of Mitchum's stuffed bears, and they soon became a national childhood institution and to this day are very popular. I think everyone has had a teddy bear at some point. So I find it interesting that the first teddy bear was invented exactly one day after Valentine's Day, and now you cannot go a Valentine's Day without a teddy bear being part of the equation. So, yeah, that's that. Some other things. In 1914, Hale Boggs was born in Long Beach, Mississippi. He was House Majority Leader in the early 70s. He was a member of the Warren Commission, and he died in a plane disappearance while campaigning for a congressman in Alaska in 1972. There's a lot of controversies online and conspiracy theories about Hale Boggs' death, and if you would like to read about them, you can search them for yourself, because I do not discuss conspiracy theories on this channel. Some other things that have occurred on this day in 2002, Howard K. Smith died in Bethesda, Maryland. He was a journalist and television anchorman and political commentator, and he was one of the Murrow boys. He worked with Edward R. Murrow during World War II, and was in CBS News. He would later work for ABC News and covered many historical events, including Nixon's famous last press conference, where after losing the 1962 California gubernatorial election, an angry Richard Nixon declared that was the last press conference he'll ever give because he was retiring from politics, and you won't have Dick Nixon to kick around anymore. Well, of course, about 6 years later, our old friend Dick would have a change of heart and run for president. And he would get the last laugh, winning the presidency. And in 1972, he would beat the stuffings out of George McGovern. And Howard K. Smith would cover that election. And he would also get to cover the resignation 2 years later of Richard Nixon, when Richard Nixon would leave the White House in disgrace. So, yeah. Howard K. Smith, an institution of early television news, died on this day in 2002. I'll see you all tomorrow.